Boom, we up in here. Let me get a 1 if you can hear me. Give me a 2 if I sound like a pet gerbil. Let me see. Let me see. Gotta know if you hear me. Boom. Thank you, Poison. Y'all, I'm sick of this subject too, but guess what? I'm fixing to go in. Why? It's everywhere. It needs to be addressed, and I'm going to move the fuck on. Okay? Shout outs. Hey, Seneca, how are you? Love Notes is here. Cute Casey's here. Who else we got? The Joyful Journey is here. Princess Wells is here. We got our regulars in here. Hey, Henrietta. I need to get me some more mods. That's what I need to do. Um, who else? Who else? HR is here. Chocolate Goddess is here. We got some folks in this building. Y'all listen to me. I am, for one, so tired of thirsty, dehydrated, desperate ass bitches. You see, they know you're not going nowhere, sis. All it takes is for a black male to breathe. Not all. You see a black male with a job. All of a sudden, not all. It doesn't matter what they're doing. Not all. I hate to inform you, ladies. I didn't think you thought you was Jada Pinkett. I'm trying to figure out. I didn't know I was Jada Pinkett. Will wasn't protecting me. This is very fucking interesting, but here it is. I can't get past the thirst. I don't do celebrity content. I really don't, because it ain't my thing, because I'm an everyday person. Most people that listen to me are everyday people. So I cover everyday people and everyday things, things that are more likely to happen to you and for you, not what's going on with Kim Kardashian's booty, not who's pregnant by Future, none of that stuff, because, it's a little dust up there. But we already know wherever they go, it's dusty. I didn't know whether that was a clip from the Oscars or the Soul Train fucking awards, okay? Back to the thirst, though. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? The thirst is like this. If you get too thirsty, you get dehydrated. There's a lot of medical professionals in this building right now, in the chat as well. If you get too dehydrated, right, your organs can fail. Your brain stops functioning the way it should. I got to have y'all stop being so thirsty. It's embarrassing. I look like you. So therefore, whenever you're thirsty as fuck, it's a bad reflection on me, unfortunately. I think you need some info on what thirst can do to your body. You motherfuckers can drink a whole ocean with how much thirst I saw out here. It was almost as if when that smack went across that man's face, the not all cheerleading squad came tumbling down, doing pyramids, juking with the band and everything. Embarrassing. You better stop that thirst. It's going to get you fucked up. But let me show you what thirst can do. You dehydrated hoes. Let's go.
Well, it may officially be fall out there. We don't really feel it, right? With temperatures in the 90s, but Georgia heats up, and it has been for the last while now. If you spend your time outdoors, you know that heat can catch up to you.
Now, researchers at Georgia Tech say dehydration can do more than just throw us off our game physically. It can actually make it hard to think straight.
It can make it hard to think straight. You bitches are dehydrated. You're dehydrated. I know that you are so far past dehydration, right, that a Gatorade ain't going to help you. You need an IV drip of D5.5 normal saline, possibly with a 20 of K up in that bitch to get you off of your thirst. Bitch, you're thirsty. You're so not used to seeing anybody defend, protect, whatever you want to call it, a black woman, that it turned into a goddamn think piece for the black community. Let's see what happens with your brain.
The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here now to talk about it.
And Sine and Tom, most of us know that it feels like to get dehydrated. There's that headache and that fatigue and that really off feeling. But tech researchers wanted to learn more about how dehydration affects our brains. And what they found is eye-opening. We know we should be drinking more water. The experts recommend 6 to 8 glasses a day, but many of us don't. And it may be time to rethink that habit because Georgia Tech researchers say dehydration can do a real number on our brains.
Too late. The thirst and dehydration that these bitches are under, the brain is fried. It's done. Even with some divesters, believe it or not, you see a motherfucker do some shit that you deem acceptable, whatever is your opinion on that is of no consequence. It's the thirst. It's the thirst. Your brain is not working. Your decision-making skills are done because you need something to drink, sis.
To find out how fluid loss affects us mentally, Dr. Minnie Millard Stafford, director of Tech's Exercise Physiology Lab, and Matt Whitbrod, a postdoctoral fellow at Emory University's Department of Psychiatry, teamed up. They studied 13 volunteers who worked out, sweated quite a bit, and then took a test, pushing the same button over and over for about 20 minutes.
And it was pretty boring. So it also stressed their ability to maintain attention over that 20 minutes.
And the researchers found that even being mildly dehydrated or losing about 2% of their body weight caused the volunteers to make more mistakes.
What? What? Your dehydration is making you make mistakes, sis, i.e. catching STDs from that nigga. Getting pregnant with that third baby. Those type of mistakes for your thirst. Because your thirst is extreme. There is no study on your thirst. I can only go with the study that's already available. I think they should put money into studying your thirst. It's so extreme. Is there any spit in your mouth? That thirsty.
So a 200-pound athlete who loses 4 pounds, which is pretty easily done in the summer in Atlanta, that under those conditions, if they don't rehydrate, they would probably have an impact on their mental performance.
Just exercising alone in the Georgia heat dropped the volunteer score by 8%, and fluid loss doubled the effect, dropping their ability to pay attention by 16%.
Okay, so pay attention. Go ahead, and I'll wait 10 seconds for you to get a drink of water because I'm going to need you to pay attention tonight. Sis, this ain't it. This ain't it. This is not it. Why is it every time one of these dusties have like a brilliant idea or do some action that you don't think is dusty and all this extra shit, why do we have to go on record? They ain't going on record for you. Where is the reciprocity, y'all? Where is it? He was just protecting his wife. Oh, he was doing this, that, and the third. About time somebody protecting Black women. Correction. That's Jada that got protected. Not you. Not you. I've seen that smack before, though. I'm familiar with it. There's usually a Black man there, but the person that's getting smacked is normally you, sis, at 3 times the rate of any other group of women. It's you that's usually on the receiving end of that smack. It's on you, Ebony.
Hello. Easy. You put in the 20 milli equivalents of KCL, man. That's bad. That's pretty bad.
They real dehydrated. They need the 20 a K with that IV drip.
Oh, girl. Yeah. And the thing is, you can be thirsty for several things, right? And I'm trying to wonder, what are they thirsty for? Are they thirsty for some semblance that Black men care about them? They just generalized Will Smith to every Black man in the world? Or are they thirsty just wanting a relationship where a man would do that for you? I'm trying to figure out the thirst. What are you thirsty for? I mean, do they even know?
Attention and a pat on the head. Because that's all they have to offer.
Not the slavery snacks.
Yes, that is worth its weight in gold to anybody that likes the Dusties and anybody that's pretending not to like the Dusties. That's worth its weight in gold.
Okay.
Hey, Queen.
They are not. They're being disingenuous. Okay. And all that shit that happened on the stage is disingenuous also. And here's my thing. It's like they forgot about Jada. And focused everything, Will made it about him. It was all about the men, and Jada's just sitting there. So I'm sorry. The thirst is, you wring this one pretty dry. I don't see you getting anything out of this one.
Let me tell y'all something. Neither one of those 2 men that you see on the screen give a fuck about Black women. I think you already knew that. It just was, I guess, a breath of fresh air to see something like that happen. It had nothing to do with you. I know that look on Chris Rock's face wasn't, woo, he just protected Black women right there. Nah, neither one of these motherfuckers like you. What? Oh, Lord. Look.
It's performative.
Neither one of them like you. Y'all don't remember this? Y'all don't remember this? Oh, how soon we forget how much they don't like you. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you saw. I don't care about none of that. They don't like you. There's Will and Chris again, doubling up to clown you. Aaliyah, it's on you.
Well, I mean, thirst was only part of a lot of the bullshit that I saw. I mean, well, first, let me just start out by saying that I don't give a fuck about Will Smith or Chris Rock. I was binge watching Bridgerton season 2 this weekend and sleeping. I had no idea what was going on until I woke up Monday morning to this media frenzy. And a lot of people are about to be mad in me tonight, but I'm fresh out of fucks to give because, as usual, I couldn't believe what I was seeing and hearing coming from Black folks. And I'm gonna need all these Black women who have all of a sudden jumped self-righteous when it comes to talking about Black women's hair to take a damn seat. Sit the fuck down. Because it hasn't just been Chris Rock or Black men that have made it a habit of dogging out Black women's hair. It's been y'all too. That's why sometimes it's just best to keep your goddamn mouth shut. Nobody has been more judgmental about the Black woman's hair than y'all have. You talked about Blue Ivy's hair. You talked about Gabby Douglas and Simone Biles' hair when they were in the Olympics. You talked about Sha'Carri Richardson's wigs. You're always turning up your nose at somebody else. When you're not doing that, you're calling somebody else's hair nappy. You're talking about somebody else's edges, or you're calling it slave hair. So I need for Black women to all shut the fuck up immediately. Now, does that mean I like Chris Rock? Hell no. But I can't believe all the folks I saw condoning Will Smith. I mean, that just lets me know that Blackistan doesn't have a problem with ghetto shit as long as it's a Black man being ghetto. Because, see, Black women are going so hard for this man's right to assault somebody in public, when you better believe that if it was a Black woman who walked her ass on stage during an award show to slap somebody, nobody would be defending her. They would be calling her ghetto, hood, rat, hood, booger, and every other derogatory term that y'all love calling Black women. So you get your ass on stage and you slap somebody, and there would be no further discussion. They would have had your Oscar that night, and then they would have had you blackballed from Hollywood like they've done to other Black women for doing far less. So you get your ass online supporting Will Smith, talking about how he's defending his wife. You can miss me with that shit too. The time for defending his wife is over. He should have done that a long time ago, because people want to talk about Jada's entanglements. But what about Will? Because his wife's honor was the last thing on his mind when he was running around with Heidi De La Rosa and was paying people like we were stupid and didn't know what the fuck was going on. And remember what his entanglement with Margot Robbie as well. You know, and word is he likes boys also. So please, nobody has been as disrespectful to his wife in marriage as he has. Don't get me wrong, she done her dirt too, but he has been disrespectful to his own fucking wife. So if he got the hankering to slap somebody, he could have started with August Alsina and then ended with himself. And I don't care what nobody says, that was a bitch move to me. They killing me acting like Will Smith was on some gangster shit by hitting Pookie from New Jack City. That was some bitch shit. And he really hit a real nigga or something. Like somebody that was gonna see his ass after the show. He hit somebody, and then all these folks gonna rush the stage and pull him back. It seemed like bad acting to me. It really
Thank
did.
you.
And
Thank you. Thank you. And I don't understand how Oscar So White became Oscar So Ghetto.
it's all ghetto shit.
The ironic part is Jada and Will started Oscar So White. That's the crazy part.
Yes, they did. Oscar So White. We're gonna boycott. Yin, 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 yin. And now it's Oscar So Ghetto. They let you in. What?
Listen, y'all, I can see partially where you're coming from. Seeing a Black woman being protected is so rare. It's almost as if like Haley's comment just went over your head. I get it. This had nothing to do with you. And let me tell you something else about actual powerful men. He got enough money to get him back in a different way. I'm speaking in code here. There's a way to pencil whoop. When the camera's pointed towards you, right? You could get his ass back right there in front of everybody if you wanted to. But there's a better way to do shit. You got to move in stealth. You don't want to see yourself. He's never going to live this shit down. I don't know what the repercussions of this going to be. Maybe they take his Oscar. Maybe people refuse to work with him. I don't know. But him hitting him, I don't care about that part. The opticals, that's what I care about. And the way Black women reacted to it was the worst. The absolute worst.
Here's the thing, DZ.
Go ahead, honey.
These very same men for decades have been talking about how disparaging a Black woman's looks. Okay, really, when you think about it. Chris Rock did Good Hair or Bad Hair. I don't know what the damn thing was about. A stupid mockumentary about black women's hair. Okay. Then, Will Smith has always been a colorist, right? So
Absolutely.
thank you. So
Most definitely.
all of these rappers and all these black entertainers have always sullied on our looks. So I'm sorry if you're going to be performative one day and decide that you're going to rescue your wife, don't give her an STI. Stop fucking
Oops.
around. Be a real man. But you're going to be performative about your manhood now, please.
There's some feedback there, Aaliyah. It's some feedback, but it's all good. Elle, it's on you, and welcome to the panel, ma'am.
Hey there. I just want to say I am so tired of hearing and talking about this shit, but I will say this. Uh, I don't think Will was wrong, and I can't stand Chris Rock, so I'm glad he smacked him in the mouth. That's
Hmm.
all I got for you. I don't
Interesting,
I
very
don't care.
interesting perspective. I feel
Yeah,
you on. I feel you
yeah,
on
because
that.
that shit don't affect us. But when I say us, I mean other black women. It
Damn
was
sure don't.
refreshing. It was refreshing to see somebody stick up for their wife. But I can't stand Chris Rock, so I was glad he got smacked in the mouth.
Well, we're gonna have to, respect each other's opinions around here. I respect yours. It is what it is. I just think the opticals was off. He got too many fucking resources for that. For him to be handling it like he on the corner of West Philadelphia
Oh no,
doing
I
the
agree
rest.
with you there. I agree with that, but I mean he did it, so I'm like shit. You know,
The Here's
maybe
the other
he
thing.
did it different though.
The fact that it's refreshing, it says everything. It
Hmm.
says everything. To see a black woman being protected, being refreshing by
By
default
her
means
husband, yeah.
you don't see it much. That's why it's refreshing. That's
Yeah,
no
I know.
different.
That's why I'm saying it is. So I didn't really feel like nothing, nothing about it. That's how I felt. I can't stand Chris Rock, so him getting slapped in the mouth didn't mean nothing to me.
Okay, well that's on you. I feel you, girl. Shane, it's on you, honey. Cut your camera off. There you go. It's on you, Shane. She must be having sound issues. Mutual Unity. Welcome to the panel. What you got? Okay, Mutual Unity wants to go in the back. I got that. Let me see what else. Who else we got back here? Aries lady, it's on you.
I just want to understand. Well, first of all, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And then, secondly, this pom-pomming bullshit. So I see, I didn't want to come out that hard already, but this pom-pomming bullcrap that everybody, all the black women specifically, are doing for this slap heard around the world. Um, where is this pom-pomming? Because he slapped him for a comment. Where is the pom-pomming for Blue Lives Matter? Where is the pom-pomming when you get saved by the men that you say don't protect you, right? When you get killed every 5 hours, the one time that you don't, the black women that actually escape Blackistan, where's the pom-pomming for that? When are we, this whole outrage kill me because I can't even understand this. It has nothing to do with black people. Or specifically black women. This have nothing to do with black women. This has everything to do with him and Jada, which is none of us. I saw it as two black men slapping each other, which is actually quite normal without the gun, because they usually each other.
It's true.
You pom-pomming over this foolishness. Y'all jumping up and down. Oh, I'm glad he slapped and he did this and he did that and he all did. Am I a fan of Chris Rock? Not at all. Am I a fan of Will? Not at all. I feel like they are two celebrities that, of course, once they get where they got, they've moved on, and we need to do the same. Why are we having all this diatribe about something that have nothing to do with black women? Black women, Chris Rock made a I think Ebony mentioned it. The whole the bad hair, good hair bullcrap documentary, and never respected us since. So okay, if you knew, and then the other argument I saw that was popped up was the joke was written by Amy Schumer, so it added flavor, if you will, to the insult. I
Let
mean,
me tell you something real quick before I forget the shit. I've seen so many different reactions to this shit. The most disgusting one that I saw came from a mammy, okay, here on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
She said that Jada Pinkett is cursed. That's wait, I'm not done. It gets crazier. She's cursed. That's why her hair is falling out. And because they are on the side of the Gentiles, it gets worse. Will is up under some sort of spell. So he went up there and I'm telling you. Then she blamed it on the open marriage. She was really going into schizoville with all of this. From that all the way up to just the regular pom-poms. And I'm talking about in every sector.
So
it was crazy.
This was Tila Tequila, because she said that too. Black women are cursed because we just cursed, so that's why we bald-headed.
Listen, she said that they act like Gentiles because they got an open marriage. Therefore, the Almighty has cursed her to lose her fucking hair. I shit you not.
I want to say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the truth is, Will Smith is divested, and so is Chris Rock. Why do you care?
That's my point. Thank you, Ebony. Them two done moved on from the Black community. Why do we care? Why do we care so much? Black is so fraudulent and fake, and this is just the fakest outrage ever. You have outrage for a slap. I heard somebody say this is embarrassing to the Black community. I said, this is embarrassing.
Right.
Y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy.
Why would that be embarrassing to the Black community?
Because they saying that they got a white man stage and acted like monkeys, which they did. But why are we surprised at that? That's normal.
But that's why I wasn't tripping off that, because he a grown ass man. He know what trouble he can get into doing that shit. So that's why I don't feel sorry for what could happen to him. And I didn't feel sorry about him smacking Chris Rock, because if he wanted to sue him, they got the money to do it. But Will knew what he was doing. So whatever the fuck happened to him, or consequences or endorsements he used, that's on him. He knew what he was doing.
Listen,
Lipstick, it's on you, honey.
I'm gonna say this. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
What you guys witnessed on Sunday, and I didn't even see it till Monday morning because I was on vacation, but what y'all witnessed is the exact reason why the dominant society does not want you in their neighborhoods, on their job sites. They don't want you around them anywhere, in their country clubs, in their schools, nowhere. Because every time,
Aaliyah, you got some feedback. Throw yourself on mute just for a second. Thank you, baby. Go ahead, Lipstick.
Every time that they're invited to anything other than a cookout, which is what they're used to, they show out. And this is why Oscar's so white. When y'all were crying that they didn't bring your sons and y'all kings into the mix, this is what they were afraid of. Monday morning when I woke up and I saw this stuff, the first thing I did is ran my ass over to the Fox News site to read those fucking comments. And them white men did not disappoint. I was laughing my ass off. A white man said so. For the first time in history, we had somebody bitch slap Chris Rock over a wife joke. What's next? What are we gonna have next week? Someone pulling a weave out over a baby daddy joke. Baby, the way I hollered when I read that comment.
Girl, you know what else Fox said? Fox was like, well, I'm surprised at the national media for covering black on black crime. I was hollering.
Baby, they were roasting this shit. And I didn't give a shit about what black people had to say, because first of all, there are a lot of content creators that are acting like, oh, well, white men do it too. This is a white man's platform that you beg to be included in. You are a guest. Guest sit in a fucking corner and shut the fuck up. You don't get in somebody else's house and slap the shit out of somebody because of something they said about your wife. I don't give a fuck if he was protecting his wife or not. That's not a question for me. What I'm looking at is that you were a guest and you should have conducted yourself as a guest.
Yeah, you don't get the same shit as the owner of the house does.
Exactly.
They're the owner of the house. You're not going to get the big piece of chicken in somebody else's
Mhm.
house, you stupid ass idiot. No, you
Exactly.
cannot go through the medicine cabinet. Just go ahead and call the man of the house his wife baby and see what happened just because he called her
Exactly.
baby. You don't get the same thing. You don't beg to come there and then act a whole goddamn
Thank
jackass when
you.
you get there.
I don't know, DZ. Maybe they need the Source Awards back. You know, it,
The Oscars, if the Academy never invite another nigga to the Oscar from this day forward, I don't blame them motherfuckers. They should never have another nigga grace they stage from here on out.
I wouldn't blame them. That's for damn sure.
It's crazy. It's the craziest thing that their expectation. You put all of this on about, oh, Oscar's so white, and then you act so black.
That shit crazy. Jen, what is it? Jenny 108. Are you dusty?
No, I am not Dusty. I'm actually a patron and I'm in your Discord.
That's what's up. What you got on this, babe?
So I rarely get on lives, but I felt like I really had to because on this situation, because I'm very disappointed with so-called divesters, their response to this, like just shouting and praising, oh my gosh, Will defended the black woman.
But Jenny, check it out. Really, that's to be expected because a lot of people that claim they're divested, they're just waiting on a good black man. Let's just keep it real. And they are camped out in a divested community until that unicorn comes. Literally, they only there temporarily. And then when they find the unicorn that don't exist, they'll trollop off. Then the unicorn will give them a baby and they'll be back because he didn't stay to take care of the baby. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, like I had to unsubscribe from.
Don't say nobody name up here.
Okay, but
All right.
she a good one though. I thought she was a good one, but but basically, here's my point, right? Will did not defend a black woman. He defended his wife. Okay, I don't understand. Like, black women are so desperate for like these crumbs and all of that. That, oh my gosh, Will defended a black. No, Will defended his wife. If Chris made that same joke or another joke about a random black woman, like let's say Lupita, right? Will wouldn't have said nothing to Chris. Okay, so that's one thing. Number two, my thing is, Will, like, people keep saying, oh, this is how you defend your wife and blah blah blah. Why didn't Will defend his wife during the whole entanglement thing? Okay, you have all these men feeling so sorry for Will and calling him simps and stuff because Jada supposedly cheated on him, not knowing that Jada and Will are in an open relationship. If Will truly cared about his wife, he would have did an interview and said, hey, you guys need to stop coming for my wife, okay? Just like she's allowed to have hoes and niggas, so do I. I have hoes and niggas because we all know Will is on the DL. Okay.
Yeah.
So if he wanted to shut that down, he could have, but he didn't because he liked the attention he was getting and he liked the victimhood because we all know black men love victimhood.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
Absolutely.
just really disappointed with so-called divestors talk like I had one divestor talking about, oh, I'm so shocked that all of a sudden we're anti-violence. Yes, yes, I'm anti-violence. That's why I left Blackistan, because I'm tired of the violence. I am so tired of always thinking that putting our hands on someone is the answer. It's not the answer. Sometimes you just got to leave things alone, or you can confront them, have a conversation. But you don't always have to be putting your hands on someone. Like,
There's
I
a
see a
time
lot
and
of
a place
memes.
for violence. I'm not anti-violence at all. If somebody tried to break in my fucking house, it's gonna be
Yes,
violence all day.
of course, I absolutely agree. But like someone saying a comment, like just, oh, you're so ugly or you're so fat, I got to put my hands on you. I don't know.
Well, that's how they deal with stuff in Blackistan. Everything is worth an ass whooping.
Yeah,
Everything
and
from
then
A to Z.
you're absolutely right. And I see like so many comments of like black women, oh, if my nigga doesn't do this, I don't want him. No, like if you like on like in the Oscars, right? They have security, they check people's pockets, all of that, okay? But in real life, you don't know what the other person got. They could have a gun, they could do whatever. Like, Chris legally is right in this situation where he can sue Will for assault, put him in jail or get some type of money from him. In real life, that's not how it works. Like, your man can die, or your like any like bad things can happen. So I don't know. I'm just really disappointed with this
Sorry,
whole situation.
I think Will Smith was just giving the audience some red meat. And he went up there and, a man, now if it was John Cena, Jason Momoa, would he have hit that guy? No.
Hell no.
Hell
He
no.
would have got
Now here's
knocked
the
back
thing.
into Fresh
Nope.
Prince.
Yeah, men don't slap. They hit you with a fist. Okay? If they're gonna hit you. All right. Yes, Will could have picked him up by the collar at an after party and said, "Hey, man, I don't like what you said about my wife. Don't pull that shit anymore." That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do. So this is performative for Will. He likes the attention. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all this stuff that has been coming out about them. Okay. Then hey, let's put the light on me. Put the light, because the light wasn't on Jada. Put the light on me. He made it about him.
Very,
That's
very
my
true.
thing.
All the jokes that Will has made in the past about other people, I'm like, what? Are you serious? But like you just said, there was a way of doing this, and he opted for the one that got him the most attention, because everybody and their goddamn mama is talking about them, including me. Okay, I don't fuck with celebrities. They too much for me.
They
Seven.
all primates. They all primates. I don't give a damn what tax bracket they're in. That's primate
Mhm.
on primate violence. And that's all it is.
That's the shit we see every single day.
Every single day. And
Primates.
both of them are problematic. Chris Rock has not been silent about his disdain for Black women. He's spoken about us in his comedy skits. He's told white men on stage that Black women don't find you attractive. He did not want to pay child support for his adopted Black daughter during his divorce because he said that wasn't his biological daughter. He's said several things in regards to Black women. He does not like Black women at all.
No, he
He hates
doesn't.
himself.
He definitely don't. That's why I was glad. He definitely he definitely don't.
He went on record, okay, saying that he wished he had married a white woman. Now, mammies, right? I know that you need to do your research on that, because I know how fucked up in your feelings you get when one of your dusties say that. Look it up. He wanted to marry a white woman. I know how y'all getting y'all feelings about that. Us over here, it's like, let them fuck who they want to fuck. It is what it is. But mammies, let me tickle your ears a little bit. You didn't get picked that time either. Okay? You didn't get picked that time either. You rarely do get picked. And for the fact that you sit up here with your cheerleading outfit on, right? And 8 babies following you behind you, it's ugly.
Not
It's ugly.
8. Not 8, Dizzy.
8 babies.
8 babies.
Okay. 704 girl, are you dusty?
No, I'm not dusty at all. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm divested. I'm not dating nobody. I'm just taking my time to, get myself together inside and out. And, but I am divested from the Black community. So I dialed in because from what I believe DZ may have said earlier about, powerful men can just pencil whip, instead of being physically aggressive. But then the thing is, in regard to Will Smith smacking Chris Rock about that joke wasn't even worth that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was a situation of which really, if Will Smith was really like half like a piece of an alpha male, all he had to do was just talk to his wife, de-escalate the situation by telling her that maybe Chris Rock doesn't know she has alopecia, and maybe explain, hey, he's a comedian. I've made jokes, I'm a comedian. This is just what it is, So
comedians have been making fun of women for a long time, and that includes Will. He's not exempt from that. He's made fun of other people's wives before too. Ain't nobody slapped the shit out of him.
Exactly. So I just feel like for that situation, he should have de-escalated. But I feel also that he's been emasculated so bad in so many multifaceted ways that he just chose perhaps that way to, show that he has a shred of masculinity left. And also, I feel that, when it comes to, Black women caping behind his, really his beta male action, it shows, at least to me, that they are innately attracted to violent men, because there's more than one way to show.
Yeah, it got a
to
whole
protect-
bunch of nipples hard around this bitch. I mean, folks was lactating, they was getting wet and all kinds of shit over that smack. It was like, girl. And then you done inserted yourself, your name Jada Pinkett around this bitch. He wasn't thinking about your ass, girl.
Nope.
DZ, the Yoni egg sales went up that night.
Yes. Shit. Too bad he don't want that. Do they have a version of that for Bussy? Then maybe we can talk. If they don't, do they have yoni eggs for booty holes? I don't know.
But I know that's a sensitive topic for Will because everybody balled around him. His wife, his daughter, his son, his mama. He the only one got hair in his house. So I'm sure that's a sensitive topic.
But I don't believe, just to address the last caller, I feel like when we say he's been emasculated, first of all, we know the whole grape community is
yeah.
So that is not even an excuse that I feel like we should give any further. Like, I think we need to stop attributing that excuse to Black males because that's the thing that they live on. We've been emasculated by the white man. It's like it's the same argument that what took Black men out the home: weaves, wigs, makeup, air. You know, every third minute we're saying it's because they were emasculated, so we're going to give them this excuse. No, he did it because he felt like it. And number two, everybody forget he was laughing at that joke when
he was
when first Chris made that joke. So he also has been one to make jokes about being bald-headed. So to me, this is just another ploy for him to be seen. Remember now, he's been going through this whole thing with their marriage and the whole situation. Another thing that I don't even understand why people care about, because that's their marriage, it's not yours. People, when they are in their marriages, it's their business what they do. When they decide to have an open marriage, she decided to do what she do, he decided to do what he do. That's those people business. But excusing him and the way he carried himself, that's just him doing what he wanted to do. There's no excuse. Whether he's effeminate or emasculated or whatever the hell we're criterizing him today, it doesn't make a difference. He did what he did because he's a cicada, as they said in the chat.
Well, as far as the thirst goes, we need to have a commercial break for the thirst because I'm on a crusade to get rid of the thirst. Retro time.
What a finish by Williams. Just one hurdle left. Gatorade is thirsty. Oh, flag down on the field. Hopkins is called for clipping. Gatorade is thirsty. Nice comeback by Reynolds, facing one of the most consistent players in the game.
When you exercise, you lose potassium, fluids, minerals. Gatorade Thirst Quencher helps put them back fast.
That's why the pros drink it. It's Thirst Aid.
Gatorade is Thirst Aid for that deep down body thirst.
Where you get that old ass commercial? I'm old enough to remember this commercial.
Isn't that from the 80s? Is that from the 80s?
Yes. I'm just trying to cure the thirst. We got to get rid of the thirst. Sorry for the commercial break. We got 2 more to go after this. So, but anyway, it's on you. It's on you, Aaliyah.
Oh, is my sound better?
You sound okay. What's up?
No, see, the thing about their marriage, they made it everybody's business. Nobody that they were swingers and that they had partners outside.
Aaliyah, it's getting bad. Is it just me or is her sound getting bad?
No, it's a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
It's hard to hear her, yeah.
But Will has always been Bussy. He played Bussy in 6 Degrees of Separation.
Yeah, he did.
I heard he was August's Bussy.
Ooh, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, I heard that's the reason why he have a problem with
it. Okay. Honey bunny, I don't even know what to say. I'm like, I'm stunned. I'm so concerned. It's like,
But
God,
he
damn, I
had
knew
zero
he was.
problems with August, so
That is hilarious.
But
I
now,
thought that him and Dwayne Martin, I thought that was his boyfriend because Lisa Ray, who's that? Was that Lisa Ray?
yes.
Lisa Ray was talking about Dwayne Martin took her husband, and then I believe that Tisha said something about Will and Dwayne always spending a lot of time together
right.
and friends. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a cold,
Yeah, so he's been
probably.
bussy. He has been bussy. So, that's the reason why he didn't care about Jada getting dick, because he was getting dick too.
Yeah, he was
Listen,
mad that he was giving it more to her than him.
I'm still stuck on August Alsina. I knew he was messing around with Dwayne Martin. He was paying him and Tisha Campbell's bills for a little while because they experienced financial issues and they ended up filing bankruptcy.
But August was staying in the house with Jada and Will. Now, come on now. We grown folk.
But yeah, that's
Yeah, and then around that time, August started looking all feminine and shit. Like he was looking weird around that time. I was like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga?
I thought he always looked feminine, but that's just me. I don't
I
trust
didn't
the
feel like he
masculine.
did at first, and then I felt like the more famous he got, he started looking more and more feminine, and I was like, oh, see, yeah, no.
No man is going to move a grown man in his house. I mean, they got money. If they wanted to help him financially, they could have paid for him to have somewhere to stay. But they
That's
moved him in
weird.
the house with them. So come on now.
Well. August, is that bussy okay? Just checking. Serenity in Divest. Welcome to the panel.
Well, on the bussy part, he's probably jealous because August had told him he loved him. He probably thought he loved him, fucking his wife too. But anywho, I was gonna ask about earlier. Weren't they the same couple talk about abandoning and boycotting the white man's entertainment?
Yes.
Yep.
They both were up there acting a fool.
Mm-hmm.
They won't let me in. They won't let me in. So let's boycott it.
Look, I'm still stunned. I'm just like, wow.
But DZ, are you really stunned? Are you really stunned?
Hey, come on, DZ.
I know that they are. Listen, I know that they are alphabet boys. I know they are. I didn't think they exchanged the same partner. That's what I'm looking for. But whatever.
They swap each other like Uno's card. You know
It's the same thing with Eddie Murphy and Johnny Gill. He had moved him into the guest house, so that's
And
very,
moved
very
his wife to the couch. Anytime a man bring a man in his bedroom and you got to sleep on the couch, sis, just leave.
Exactly.
Didn't they say Johnny Gill was gay too, undercover?
Yes. Yes, him and Eddie Murphy share a resounding bromance.
Carlos Garcia, whatever the hell your last name is, honey. No, not tonight. It ain't smoke night, baby. I know you ready to troll Gonzalez or whatever the fuck. A black dude pretending to be Hispanic. I'm not up for that shit tonight, okay? I'm not. They don't never have nothing else to say. And plus it ain't smoke night. Fuck what you talking about. Shit, he done got me. Look, he done got me off of my goddamn square. Fuck it. Let's cure some more thirst.
It's a hot one out there today as Peterman starts his engine. The field is wide open.
Gatorade is thirsty.
Dombrowski picks up speed and breaks away.
Gatorade is thirsty.
Here's Evans showing some hustle against the youngsters.
When you exercise, you lose potassium, fluids, minerals. Gatorade Thirst Quencher helps put them back fast.
That's why the pros drink it. It's Thirst Aid.
Gatorade is thirsty for that deep down body thirst.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, y'all.
DZ, you killing me with these old ass.
You know goddamn well I'm a fool. You know it.
Shit. Yeah. And the lurker internet part had me.
I know, right? This is something else I've been hearing all week. I've been hearing Black women content creators saying, well, Black men know that you're never supposed to say anything about a Black woman's hair. There is something about Black women that they think that things that are known within the Black community are known within a dominant society, and that's just not the case. The only race of men that actually have dialogues about women's hair are Black men. No other race of men does this. So this isn't common knowledge to the dominant society. You're just used to dealing with men who only talk about hair. I actually had a Black woman to ask me when I'm having sex with my white male partners and they touch my hair, what do I do? And I said, I don't do anything. What am I supposed to do? She said she tried to have sex with a white man and he touched her hair and she kept moving his hand because she wears a wig. I said, well, he's not a Black man, so he doesn't know your hair rituals. He doesn't know that your damn hair come off and you sit it on the damn lampshade and on the doorknob. He don't know that shit. So he's just running his fingers through your hair in a passionate way. He doesn't know. She's assuming that he was trying to be funny. I'm like, he doesn't know that, sweetheart.
That to me seemed like she jumped into bed with him too damn early. How the fuck he don't know you ain't had a chance to tell him that's a wig?
Because she wears she wears her lace front on fleek all the time. And she's saying her Black male partners, no, they know not to touch her hair. But this white man was trying to run his fingers through her hair. I said, bitch, he don't know you got to put the bitch on the shower head. He don't know that.
I can't. That whole community is fucked up. There's so many goddamn rules, regulations, bylaws, and all this shit here. It's like, do I take the scarf over? They don't know. And they would rather stay in a community where your hair gets clowned than educate somebody else on your hair.
Just educate him on your hair rituals. Just say, baby, you can't run your fingers through this. This comes off, baby.
Right. Period.
And the delusion is they want them to believe, we know you wearing a wig. We know you wearing a wig and it's okay. We know and it's okay. And the man, he can know that's a wig and it's okay too.
Right. Yeah. They don't care. White men don't give a fuck. He trying to get to that pussy. You can set that motherfucker on his head long as you give him that pussy.
Ain't that the truth? Ain't no, don't come in here. My hair ain't done. They not effeminate like that at all.
Yeah, they don't care.
He fucking you from the back with your wig.
Shit, you can ask his ass to hold your weave for you for it. So here, hold it. She is dying laughing.
It's the truth though. Like, what is it? Crazy.
Yeah, well, they want to stay in that community. That's fine. They can fight over them same men. They can share baby daddies. They can continue to get clowned for everything from head on that wig to toe. And they always talking about how rough your feet are, but they don't know, or they do know, that you getting those bunions from marching for them, right? The stretch marks came from a pregnancy from that motherfucker, right? Everything that's wrong with you, you can sign it back to something going on. Look, stay your ass over there. That's fine.
And they can share those STDs too.
Sure.
Hey, Aaliyah, you wasn't able to talk yet. So is your mic working, beautiful lady?
I have no idea.
You sound okay. You sound a lot better.
Okay. Well, I forgot what I was going to say, so just continue.
Okay.
Poor Aaliyah, she's struggling today.
It's all right now. It's all right. Shit
I know. I
happens.
wish she would fix that mic because I like when she talk.
Ain't she the truth? I love that girl to pieces. But let's go down a little bit. I'm just gonna put that out there. I ain't gonna say a motherfucking word. I'm gonna just put that right there. I'm gonna just put that right there. With y'all stupid asses. I'm gonna just put that right there. I don't have to comment it at all. I'm just gonna look at it. You know what happened. You know what happened, right? Okay. Keep playing. Keep acting like he give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about you. Yay, he care about his wife. That does not trickle down to you. Okay. The ass whoopings in your community are going to remain steady if you continue to stay there. Okay. Moving right. Go ahead, babe.
I'm sorry, but now that you bring that picture forward, didn't him and the bald-headed wife had a comment about this woman on the screen that was quite colorist?
Yes, they did.
I'm sorry. I'm just wanted to think about who we defending here, but go ahead. Didn't they have like some choice words to tell this black woman that's on the screen? Okay. All right.
But yeah, we're gonna keep going. Moving on to the next subject. Just let this picture flash in front of you, and we're gonna keep going. We ain't gonna even comment on that. Here we go. So this past week, the black version of CNN has filed for bankruptcy. Now,
Wait,
this is BNC. It's called Black News Channel. It was started, wait a minute, by this man. He invested into that company. He's the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. His name is Shahid Khan. He put millions into this so-called Black CNN. It was to get you started. Y'all are not these people's children. They don't need to oversee you to keep you going. They're not your parents. He gave you a gift, which you claim they never do. You said that the media is always portraying you in a bad light. So Shahid Khan was like, hey, here you go. Here's millions. Start your own shit. Tell your own stories. And y'all can't even make payroll. He pulled out. What did you think? This was going to be a lifelong sponsorship? What do y'all think is going to happen? You had your own version of CNN, Fox, and MSNBC. But because nobody's there to oversee you, you failed. And I use the word oversee on purpose, and you know why. Everything y'all touch turns to dust. You had the chance. You had the chance to tell your own stories, lie, put up narratives, right? That y'all are amazing. Y'all are always victims. Y'all are always accosted. That's all it is. That's all it was, rather. They fucked this channel up so bad that the hundreds of employees that work for this channel didn't even get a severance package. They got a notice that they are no more. Everything they touch turns to dust. Now, how are you in one breath going to say the media portrays you bad? Then someone gifts you a news station where you can say what the fuck you want to, and then you let it go under. Y'all can't keep shit right. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You can't even order at Burger King without saying, let me get a... Y'all can't do shit. It's on you, Aaliyah.
Okay, so the Black News Channel went out of business.
They filed bankruptcy this week.
And the investor they had was a Muslim man initially.
Yeah,
And
pretty
now
much.
people call it the Black News Channel, even though it was his money that started it.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. That's all I got to say. Think about it. They didn't have to front any of the funds for that. He actually invested in something for their community again. So again, you're relying on another group of men to start some shit for you, and you still can't maintain it. Okay.
Aren't these the same people that was screaming, we need a voice, we need a voice, we need big media out there?
Yep.
Wasn't that big
exactly.
media?
Well, according to them, they are never given anything. They're never gifted anything. They don't have access to capital because of racism and whatever. There's no businesses in their neighborhood. They live in food deserts, all that shit. Well, Shahid Khan was like, hey, here you go. Go ahead and take this. I'm going to be an investor. Of course, he's going to profit from it, as he should, since he invested in the shit, right? And they fucked it up.
They couldn't even take that and run with it.
Look, baby, nothing they touch prospers. Nothing. Whenever they get like a successful woman, they start a business, people build neighborhoods for them. It falls up under a goddamn house of cards, to be honest with you. They can't do anything right. They're like the opposite of King Midas. King Midas, everything he touched turned to gold. Everything they touch turns to dust. That includes your cooter, sister. That includes your cooter. That shit be tore up and raggedy by the time he finished touching it, right? And you need all kind of tests. But I'm tired of them pretending like nobody ever helps Black people. And the bigger question is, why the fuck do you always need help? Why do you always need somebody to advocate? Like I always say, who's the leader of the Asian community? Who that? Who's the leader of the Hispanic community. Who is it? Y'all couldn't hold on. Let me tell you how bad this is, y'all. I'm gonna say one word: Telemundo. They still have Telemundo and Univision, right? Black people couldn't hold on to a news network for 3 years. 3 fucking years, and it's already gone. That community is imploding. It's failing. It's on you, Lipstick.
Well, the problem is anything that's quote unquote black news is victim news. It's black men are victims. Everyone's against black men. I was on a road trip and I had the misfortune to listen to Urban View, which is a Sirius XM station. And it was just hours and hours of Mamie's whining that black men are disenfranchised. And it just got to the point where I'm like, how long can you keep complaining about this?
They'll do it until the cows come home. The truth of the matter is this: they don't want to get out of that situation. That's why when black women choose to stay, I'm always cocking my head to the side, trying to figure out what the fuck's wrong with her. They want to stay in that situation so that they can be sympathized or empathized with. They're not able to build anything. They don't have the skill set to do it. So therefore, look, keep me as victims.
But I don't understand black women staying tied and shackled to men. You know, I hear black women saying, oh, there's racism in academia, but you are the most educated. So you're black too. If black men aren't graduating or going to college at the rates you are, and you're black and a woman, then I don't think that's racist. It's like they just want to share something with black men. So even when something isn't even a problem for them, they make it their problem.
Somebody said BET needs to be taken down. Child, black folk ain't owned BET in years. Viacom owns that shit. They can't run nothing. They can't run nothing. And TV One barely operates in the red. I'm sorry, in the black. Go ahead, Aaliyah. You unmuted.
Since they're so concerned about their portrayal in the media and this has happened, where are the black rich men and moguls and celebrities and athletes and everybody else that has all this money? Now is the time for Jay-Z to step up and show his people, right? He's a CEO. He has all the money. Where is all of the investors? Where Tyler Perry? Where are you? You see what I'm saying?
Vanessa Bryant. She's damn near a billionaire from a black man. Where is Vanessa Bryant? Call her. Tell her to invest in these niggas.
Well, she gonna invest in Telemundo. Yeah, that was a real download joke.
I'm gonna say this tongue in cheek. This is why Oprah and Tyler Perry got white people running their shit. They know better.
Pretty much. If you want to lose something, goddamn, hand it over to niggas. It's out of here. Point blank, period. All by nature, are you Dusty?
No, you know I'm not. Good night, ladies.
Bye, bitch. Anyway, like I was saying, you cannot hand anything to black folks.
Who was that? I thought she said, hey, ladies. And you said, bye, bitch.
That was Keisha, child.
Oh, no, that's
Get it?
an accent, didn't she?
That was Keisha. Nah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard her fucking voice so many times I can hear it in the first damn syllable. Her raggedy ass. Any goddamn what she said. What just happened? Y'all favorite stalker showed up again. That's all it was. Okay. And you were saying about the investors. Where's Smack 'em Down Will? He got enough money too. That ties back into the first story. But y'all trying to make it like Will is the average black male. I'll show y'all the average black male. Let me get homeboy off this screen. I'll show you the average black male because Will slapped somebody. Now y'all want to make him Martin Luther King. Well, let's go. Let's see who the fuck your sons really are. I can't. Boom.
Just peeing on all the.
Oh my goodness, that is so ignorant.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy, ignorant, stupid.
Oh, the things you'll see working the late shift as a gas station clerk.
This is my favorite gas station. I don't pee in there, though.
The mayhem after a dispute over a declined debit card at this.
Declined debit card. Y'all the only motherfuckers doing the nay-nay on camera and then pissing in the store over your declined debit card. Are we surprised that his car was declined? They're dusty. Everything they touch turns into dust. This man who represents the average black man, right, with his friend, that's closer to what you have access to. You don't have access to Will, okay? And Will is somebody that's clearly mentally unstable right now. He having a little bit of emotional issues. You're more likely to come across this motherfucker here that pissed on the chips in the store. Let's go.
His Amoco station on Detroit's east side.
We're going to do the Macarena.
I'm divested from the black community, and I know that ain't the Macarena. I thought that was the nene.
Yeah.
The customer in the colorful hoodie decided to leave his mark, literally using a snack rack as a urinal.
Here they go.
His buddy cheers him on as the man stares into the cell phone camera of the clerk, asking,
We on green light?
To answer his question, yup, he is on green light cameras monitored by Detroit police.
If he thinks this is a joke, well, we'll be seeing him pretty soon.
But wait, now the crew helps themselves to some free snacks.
Some free snacks. They are succubus.
What the hell is up with these ninjas and the damn excretions? First it was the other one smearing shit on everybody. Now it's this one pissing on things. What is wrong with them? They like that.
They're primates. You know how gorillas throw their shit at people? That's their primates.
Oh my gosh.
So miss me with that bullshit. Oh, not all. Darling, these are the ones you have access to, especially you ones in Detroit. That's where they live. Why if Will slapping homeboy and defending his wife represents black males, right? You can't have it both ways now. Then this also represents black males, no?
Right.
No?
And I agree with you, DZ. You're absolutely right on that, because there was another content creator that was talking about, I understand Will because my husband would do the same thing. Ma'am, your husband is a felon. And if he touch anybody, his PO will be in his ass. So stop comparing your husband to Will.
I can't.
And y'all know who I'm talking about. Don't play.
Don't tell me was that the chick that was talking about somebody's edges the other day?
Oh,
So
I don't know. I don't know, but this is y'all actual sons. This y'all actual men right here. Can we get the content on that?
So please, black women, stop saying if it was my husband, it was my baby daddy, he'll do the same thing. No, the fuck he wouldn't. Because he broke, he on papers. He can't do that shit.
Anyway.
So you have more animalistic behavior where he pulling his whole dick out in the middle of a store, pissing on the inside where there is no toilet or urinal around, and showing everybody that they're nasty pigs again. But people hate it when we call them animals, but this is how they behave, and then proceeded to steal snacks out of the people's stores. So you are a thief and you are a nasty pig. But again, we can't call a thing a thing. That's wrong to say that. But they are
broke. Don't forget broke. That car got declined too. So he's nasty, disgusting, a thief, and broke.
And he peed on the snacks and then they stole snacks.
Girl, did you see it's the same snacks that he pissed on? He picked some of the ones up out of the piss.
Ooh.
Let's keep going because they're not done yet.
Even the soiled ones on the ground.
It's in the bathroom. Don't on my chips. Now I can't buy chips for 2 weeks.
Y'all should be very ashamed of yourself. I wouldn't even come outside, show my face.
It wasn't just his face he showed on the way out before finally leaving, pants down again, this time a full moon for the clerk.
They let you slide with 5 cents, 10 cents, you know what I mean?
They let you slide with 5, 10 cents, 10 cents, you know what I mean? These motherfuckers are broke. You hear me? Why in the fuck do you, at your age, sir, need to be sliding by with 5 cents and 10 cents? This is the granddaddies in y'all community. This is y'all's community, not the Oscar awards. Okay? Not the Oscars. That's your community.
Exactly.
But let's keep going to the end.
We don't deserve this.
No.
A police report has been filed. And even worse, this video, it's everywhere.
You wanted to be famous? Now you're famous.
Detroit police tell me they have identified the guy you saw in the video relieving himself. They're asking that he turn himself in. Even if he doesn't, they'll find him. Reporting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did she say ask?
Right.
Okay.
They
Right.
go crazy. They go crazy when them little bluebird cards get declined.
And then
what's a bluebird card?
I don't know. I think it's a prepaid card.
I don't know what it is.
I don't either. But it sounds like one of them prepaid cards from the government. Listen, you just had a comment up on the screen. Someone talking about don't be stupid about the programming. You conspiracy theory mammies are special. Y'all are
that
special.
tin hat, that foil tin hat. I can't. Listen, ain't nobody out to it. Ain't the I ain't even gonna say that word up here. Nobody's conspiring to get you fucked up. Y'all already fucked up. They don't need to make it costs money, time, and effort to go ahead and make programs that's gonna bring you down. They ain't doing that. It's y'all just lazy.
Nobody has to do this. Black men are already costing the economy at least $50 billion a year because we have to house and feed them when they're incarcerated, and then house and feed their children because they're not taking care of them. So we already take care of black men. So y'all can stop that bullshit.
Yeah.
Conspiracy mammies woo, baby. They come up and they will defend black men at all costs, boy. Gee.
Why does it take a conspiracy to keep a black man down? Black men don't do anything except for commit crimes and leave you guys as single parents. So they're doing the job for the conspiracy people or whatever. You know, nobody needs to do that.
Nobody, they're not doing any fucking thing.
Because they take
They're dumping these bitches and they think it's a conspiracy. Bitch, they pumping and dumping you. We see it. That's not a conspiracy.
They think that because they laying on their back, they are laying down already, resting in their femininity, and they're saying, y'all keeping me down on his ass and never got up.
And that motherfucker ain't never been up to begin with. How they holding you down? And bitch, you was born on the floor. Ain't nobody holding you down.
That's all I'm thinking.
They sit up there and talk about, speaking of conspiracy mammies, that the black male is very programmed from slavery to, you know, wait now, hump and dump, because that's what their assignment was on the plantation. And hundreds of years later, they can't break it. This is the narrative that they're going with.
Roland Martin said that the Will Smith and Chris incident was because of slavery. This is how black men act when white men are in control. That was a white environment, so black men didn't know how to control themselves. Child.
Wait, what? Make that make sense. Wait, what the fuck did he say?
In the interview, he said this is the result of white supremacy. Hundreds and hundreds of years of white domination. This is what happens to black men.
Your lack of diet is from white.
Told him to leave his seat and walk up to the stage and slap somebody. The white man compelled him to do
right.
Okay.
Did anybody see that Chris Rock got Bell's palsy for about 30 seconds after that? I saw it. Because right before the slap, he said, Richard. He got slapped. And then his chin went limp like he had Bell's palsy for about 30 seconds.
Yeah. Solana the Queen, are you dusty?
No, ma'am, I'm not dusty.
What's up?
So I wanted to talk about this little story that you just posted on the screen. That is so fucking disgusting, but I see that type of shit every fucking day where I live.
Oh, that's because that's how they are.
I know.
Anybody that lives around black males, they see that type of shit on a regular basis. Okay. This is why with the Will Smith thing, they were, you know, seeing something quote unquote different. It wasn't that different. It was still violence, right?
Yeah.
But because they was perceived it as him protecting black women, all of a sudden, you know, they don't do the other shit. They don't kill you every 5.5 hours.
Yeah, I've been seeing like these. So I follow this one page on Instagram. She said, like, she commented that it's okay for violence against violence for black men protecting black women. I'm like, no, violence is violence. You don't get to just say, oh, you know, it's okay, but they haven't been doing this before.
I'm just tripped out at all the stuff that we've learned over the course of so many years, what works and what doesn't, and the stuff that's being condoned and cheered on, it's amazing. It's amazing. The irony is not lost on me, the fact that Will and his wife started Oscar So White. As soon as they get there, as
They show
soon as
out.
they get there, they show they natural
Yep.
fucking ass. So you got to answer, sir and ma'am, why the Oscars were so white, because they were trying
Exactly.
not to turn it until 2 a.m. with the lights on at the club.
Exactly. We don't want it to be the BET Awards.
Girl, I can't. I can't. But anyway, Aaliyah, it's on you, hon.
Nothing. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's
We are
all good.
struggling in that.
Yeah, she probably tired. Aaliyah, she puts in a whole lot of work, and love that girl to pieces. But yeah, it's Choco Cat Oscar So Hood. I wouldn't invite you niggas to a goddamn jump and play party. Period. Not only because there's children there, because you guys tend to be attracted to children, but everywhere you go, there's either a shootout, a drive-by. The best thing that ever happens that's slightly not violent is an argument. You throwing cups, you getting drunk, you getting high, you doing all of this shit. Y'all can't have an event that doesn't turn into pure Blackistani bullshit. And honestly, whatever happens to him, because technically I don't give a shit about what happens with Will, but I just find it very ironic that it turned into a think piece because somebody was protecting their wife. That's controversial in the Black community, protecting your woman. And y'all go ahead.
I was going to say, if we can imagine, let's just take Will and Jada out. Let's say that it was Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher sitting there. Mila has lost her hair due to cancer treatments or something. And Ricky Gervais makes a crack joke or something about her hair. Do y'all know, we all know, that Ashton Kutcher would air that motherfucker out over Mila Kunis. We know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, it's like this, Lipstick. Oh, they talk about oppression and that they're always oppressed, but here's the deal. You don't act like it. You don't operate in stealth. You don't do things the right way. You claim y'all scared of the cops. You claim you scared of this and scared of that, but you always doing some shit that will beckon the fucking police. Half the shit y'all say don't make any damn sense whatsoever. And if Chris Rock presses charges on this motherfucker, y'all are going to be caught in a quandary because it's two Black males that happen to be influential. So you're going to have to pick a side and that's going to be real tough on you because all y'all do is protect Black males with your goddamn life, your imagery, your everything, sacrificing yourself for these motherfuckers. So he has every right to press charges on them. Okay. It's going to be a side of people, the conscious community going to say Chris doing this, that, and the third and calling the white man and all this shit here. But hey,
well, he
both
already
of them go ahead.
Well, he already said that he's not going to press charges against him. So that's pretty much a done deal. Will did apologize to him later on after the fact. Of course, we know that's to help secure or protect what's left of the bag. That's the only reason he did go ahead and apologize, because he didn't do it during his Oscar acceptance speech. So clearly he was not sorry originally for what he did, but again, it comes back to me, all this cheerleading that Black women are doing for Will Smith. And they know damn well, that's why it is astounding to me, because they know damn well no Black woman couldn't get away with that shit. So why are you championing for him to do that ghetto shit? Because no Black woman could have gotten away with what he did. They would have took that Oscar and fuck. But you want to stand up for Will, though. That's why it's like we have got to be some of the dumbest women ever. You don't know when to sit down and shut the fuck up and shut your mouth. Shut your mouth sometime. Let that man stand on his 2 feet.
They didn't even have to leave the actual couple. Had that been Jada that got up and slapped the shit out of somebody, the reaction would have been completely different. The Hebrew Israelites would have had a goddamn fit. And I'm not talking about the males. I'm talking about the women would have a fit. See how unsubmissive she is.
Right.
All of that shit there. You can do nothing right.
Right. Let
See,
Jada had went up there and slapped the shit out of Amy Schumer. Baby would have. Ooh.
see, that's them black women for you. That's how they are.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Miss Misty, your device is not connected, so I can't even ask you whether you're dusty or not. Okay, let me ask you if you're dusty because you just connected. Miss Misty, are you dusty? Miss Misty,
Can
are
you hear
you?
me?
Now I can.
I am not dusty.
Okay, well, add to the program, sis. It's on you.
Okay. Listening to this, I have a dusty. I guess he's not really a friend. He used to be my neighbor, but we still talk. And I talked to him just to hear what the hell is going on in New York City. So we were talking about the
Can
guy
you
who
do me a
smeared
favor,
poop.
Miss Misty?
Yeah.
Can you stay on topic about what we
Huh?
talking about, if you don't mind?
I can't hear you.
Okay, we're talking about Will, and we're talking about the Black News Network that just went, bust. And I think you were getting ready to talk about the dude that smeared shit in that woman's face.
No, because we were talking about the guy who peed in the chips.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so when that first came out, I asked him, I was like, so whose fault is this that this happens? And his immediate reaction was, because of COVID, the jails were letting people out prematurely. And all these people on the street, all these men have mental health issues and they just need help. Like, no accountability at all. COVID made the jails let people out. So now all these men are running around because they have mental health issues. And that's what these guys are saying.
Okay. You said that you have a friend that's a black male.
Yeah, he used to be my neighbor, but we still talk.
Very, very interesting to say the least. Well, I'm glad you came up and gave your piece. I appreciate you.
All right.
Peace out.
My position remains the same. Black people should stay. I just feel like black women should stand down on this. These black men were invited guests and they should have conducted themselves as such. I just feel like we just got to understand that when we beg to be in white spaces, we can't come in and act a goddamn fool.
No.
Aaliyah, I agree 1000%. I feel
This is
like
lipstick.
Oh, I'm sorry, lipstick. I agree 1000%. I think the black women just always got to be pom-pomming and cheerleading. And this doesn't have anything to do with us. It has everything to do with them. That crew. Let them have that scuffle. But why are we over here having we're having a whole a period over a slap that don't pertain to us?
Yeah.
Like what I
They're
don't get it.
grasping at straws. The desperation is so evident. They're grasping at straws. Babe, let me tell you something. If they had a video tonight of a black man changing a tire, his own tire, not another woman's tire or anything, they would film that shit and all of a sudden, not all. Now, mind you, that's his car. That's his tire that went flat. He should be changing his tire. He's a grown fucking man. But if he jumped his ass out that car and actually did it himself, that video will go viral in the black community. Not necessarily nationally, but it'll go viral in the black community. Because anytime they see a black male doing something that they deem elevates their manhood, God damn it, guess what? That's a unicorn. They don't give a fuck what he doing at the house, how many baby mamas he got, his criminal record, none of that shit. Because he's changing a tire in a 2-minute long video, that alone would make them a unicorn. The bar is so low that you can't even slide a penny between the bar and the floor. It's done. It's done.
It's funny that you say that. And and I agree with that too. What brings to mind is those videos where you see black men taking care of their kids and they go viral.
Yes.
Or they're braiding their daughter's hair and it goes viral. Basic shit that you're supposed to do as a parent. People pom-pom for. I'm like, but that's their father. He's supposed to take care of his kids. Like, that's normal. But then you have to think about it from the perspective that you're bringing it. Yeah, it's not normal in Blackistan. So
nope. Nope, absolutely not. The normal shit in Blackistan, and you know what it is. I hate to sound like a broken record, but everybody knows what it is, including mammies. They know what the shit is. They just don't want to hear it. They like little kids putting their hands over their ear and going la 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 la. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't. They know how bad these men are. Okay. And then let me tell you what the proof is. Whenever one does them wrong, they start hollering black men ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Blah, 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 blah. But whenever he buy you a 59-cent taco from Taco Bell, now all of a sudden black men are kings. Black men build the pyramids. Black men are the sexiest. I love their chocolate. All that type of shit. They don't have to do anything.
Not the 59-cent taco.
So
You
I'm
remember that
waiting.
shit?
I'm waiting for this to die down and Will does his first interview, and someone is going to ask him, were you standing up for black women so he can go and hurt their damn feelings and break their hearts, and said no.
I would absolutely love it, but we already know that's what's up. Welcome to the panel, Goddess G.
Hey DZ, hey ladies.
Hey.
First of all, I wanted to say that there's a person in the back chat. She said she's actually not Keisha. She was here last week. But
Okay.
what I wanted to say about the whole situation is the thing that bothers me. Like, everyone's gonna have, an opinion. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But you have people who are 3 generations deep of single mothers trying to talk about what should or shouldn't happen when you're married.
When you're mad, you said?
When they're married.
Okay.
Like, you've never seen a ring. You will never see a ring. Your mom ain't seen a ring. Your sister ain't seen a ring. None of them seen a ring. But you have an idea in your mind of how a married man should or shouldn't look, whether you agree with it or not. This really ain't your place. Like, I wouldn't go to Blackistan for investment advice. And y'all think, and the fact that they think they have the right to speak on marriage, first of all, y'all got to be getting married. Your daddy not marrying you.
Oops.
All right, you opening up some worms. I'm gonna step to the side because
I love this can of worms. They always speaking on some shit they
the
never
mammy's
experienced.
coming for you, baby. You about to get these real mammy.
It's
you
just
don't,
like
you get ready to hear a whole bunch of bitches say, you don't have to touch a fire to know it's hot. I know the fire is hot. I ain't got to touch that shit for it to be hot. Bitch, that's a whole different thing. You talking about a motherfucking feeling. We're talking about court documents. Them things that you call, paper, that is just a piece of paper because you're trying to console yourself for nobody asking you. That part. It's a court document. Ain't got nothing to do with relationships. If you got you a Dusty that maybe has something, you might want to secure that shit with a court document. And it doesn't have to be a marriage. Power of attorney. You need to be a head of his goddamn estate, whatever. But hey, what do I know? Touch the fire. It's hot, sis. Anyway, I didn't interrupt the fuck out of Goddess G. Go ahead, girl.
You right. It just been irking me because I was thinking about it. Like, the first day, everybody said what they had to say, but I'm sitting here looking like you haven't known a married person in your bloodline, but you sitting up here talking about what should or shouldn't happen in a marriage, whether you think he should have slapped him or not. Your baby daddy is not even in the same field to even be discussing what moves a man that actually gave a damn to marry a black woman has to say or do.
I am
like,
back
it's
here.
just not your space.
I'm over here dying. He said,
Right, I caught COVID listening to this. Ooh, child, I'm sick over here. Ooh.
He said, you haven't had a married person in your bloodline.
Your bloodline. She said the bloodline.
3-4 generations of baby mamas. Y'all, I shit you not. Y'all, when I was in high school, it was a girl that went there. Of course, black girl, ended up pregnant junior year. It just is what it is. And her mother told her, and this is on everything I love. Well, you need to make sure you get down there and fill out your paperwork. I did it when I was your age. In other words, that's their legacy. Rite of passage to fill out an assistance paperwork. Okay. It's not if she's going to need assistance. It's you're of the age where you need to go fill out the assistance. Your grandmother was on it and her mother was on it. Clearly, I'm talking about when they get pregnant, it's time for WIC. It's time for food stamps. Yep. It's time for Medicaid. It's time for all that shit. And it's almost as if it's their, what am I trying to say? It's passed down to them through generations. So right. So when Goddess G said, you don't know one in your bloodline, she's absolutely correct. Right. They teach their daughters how to fill out these and what to put on there to make sure she gets approved.
That's very common in the South, DZ, because I have nieces that still go through the same thing. They still have kids go get all the assistance. I mean, no marriage, no nothing. It's just commonality down there.
There's commonality everywhere because up here north they do it too. I have a best friend who her mother told her, you need to get you a drug dealer boyfriend and get pregnant real quick. So, and
you know
to
how
fill out
disgusting that is?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Thank you for that. She said birthright. That's the word I was looking for. Birthright.
Yep.
Honey, that is their birthright. When you turn 16, you know, it's your clock is on. Not for college, not for, you know, getting a car, get your driver's license. It's
Going
time
to college. Yep. You're right.
It's time to fill out that paperwork to make sure your benefits are in place. And this happens in a lot of Black folks' household. Black people, I'm telling too much of y'all business.
Yeah,
Tell it, DZ, because I can co-sign. You're telling the truth because I remember being told. I grew up near an Air Force base in the South, and I remember my folk telling me I should start hanging out near the base to get one of them quote unquote government men to get pregnant by, so I can get, you know, his assistance or whatever. Yeah, I remember that.
Not get pregnant. Not married, but pregnant by.
Get pregnant by. Yep.
Welcome back, All by Nature. Your ass know you sounded like
Yeah,
Keisha when you
oh
came
my
up here.
God. I just wanted to know, like, who the hell is Keisha? Because you clearly don't like.
Baby, that girl follows me around all over the goddamn place. Sorry
Oh
about that.
God,
Because I know
that's
how to
okay.
apologize when I'm wrong. Okay. That was my bad.
Oh my God, that's okay. I was so shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, who the hell is Keisha? You
I
don't
know
like
you heard me
her?
say, I know
Oh
when you heard me
God.
say bye, bitch. You like, what the
Yes.
fuck? It's on you, babe. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just kind of catching what I was about this whole going back to the whole Will Smith slapping the hell out of Chris Rock thing. I just wanted to figure out, like, why did Black women think that this was, oh, you know, this grand gesture, and yes, you know, somebody's protecting Black women. It's like the guy is literally just protecting his wife. Like, do not get excited. That's kind of where I was.
I feel you. Because by that, you know, narrative, the next time he dick her down, I guess Black women gonna say, we got some dick. That's what we gonna say. Whenever Will go ahead and fuck her from the back, Black women gonna say, oh yes, we got some dick last night. That's how stupid y'all sound. That ain't it had nothing to do with you. Okay. And we're not even gonna get into the money part of it because I've insulted you guys enough tonight in the Black community. Point blank period. Diana Prince, are you dusty?
I am not dusty.
Add to the convo then, damn it.
Well, I was thinking about what you said, or someone said that Chris Rock isn't going to press charges, but see, what people don't realize is the Academy can go to the district attorney and they can bring charges.
Oops.
That's the part people ain't thinking about, because when it comes to white people and they stuff, they move in silence and they take the legal route.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
So,
when you're used to upper echelon shit, some stuff you just don't do, right?
Exactly.
And you kind of have to throw the pencil on them. There's so many ways to get back at somebody, especially when you got a lot of resources like that bastard has.
Yeah, I just wanted to come and say that, and I appreciate what you do. And that Gatorade commercial was just hella funny.
Yes.
I was just dying.
Girl,
But
you know I ain't done.
No, I know you're not done. I got to get to my criminal law class, but we're going to probably be talking about this in class tonight anyway, because basically that is an assault.
Yeah.
Under the eyes of California law. So I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. And you have a good night. And good
You
night
too,
to the
babe.
people on the chat. Thank you. Bye.
I just think the Academy just want these niggas gone. I just think they want to go back to Oscar So White, where they had this nice upper echelon event where the best of the best came. There was no fighting, no bitch slapping, none of that. I think they just want that back because this is a stain on them. The Academy is prestigious, right? So I just think that, you know, this is a lesson learned for them.
Yeah. So your name is Black Love Only in my back chat, right? I don't see anything you've typed or anything like that. But let me teach you something real quick. When you want to be heard, you have to stop with the trolly names. Black dicks are us, big dick, black men only. I mean, what kind of shit is that? if you want to come up here and troll, you got to try to. That's the thing. Y'all always looking for attention. You got to do some shit in stealth. Black love only. It is not smoke night. Let me ask you this: are you dusty?
Not really.
Here we go. Black love only. What's up, honey? What you want?
Oh wow, I'm actually live. I can't believe it.
Wow, so fake. Oh my
So
god.
I came from Tariq Nasheed's show, and
Can you not say other creators' names on here, please?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Not sorry. You did that shit on purpose, right?
No.
Just like Black Love Only, you did that shit on purpose.
No,
Me
I
and
believe
Tariq are
that
two
black
different.
men are
Hold on a
not
second.
all
Black Love Only. No, honey. Just like you came up here and said his name on purpose, just like you titled your name that, you came over here to troll. So get your troll on so I can get you out of here, honey.
Have a good night.
You too.
See, this is what I'm saying. If this is the version of Black love, I don't want no parts of this bullshit. Because where I have to disagree with their marriage is their marriage shit. Will and Jada aired their business. They made their private business open for public consumption. So when you air your dirty laundry and you put your shit out there, you can't then try to close Pandora's box and then say, well, it's my business. I do what I want to do. Nobody can speak on my marriage. Nobody never would have known how you and your wife was getting down if y'all didn't put that shit out there
Thank you.
in the first place. Y'all made it everybody's business when you put that shit out there. Now you're going to try to tell people, oh, fall back, stay in your place. No, bitch, you put me in your business when you told me what the fuck you do. I didn't give a fuck how you got down in the bedroom. You made that my business. So then you don't turn around and tell me, no, you can't say what the fuck you want to say about it. We never would have known she was fucking August Alsina. We never would have known he was fucking Heidi De La Rosa. We never would have known he was fucking around with Margot Robbie. We never would have known they were swingers and they had an open marriage. We never would have known any of that shit. They aired that. And see, that's what irritates the fuck out of me about celebrities. If you don't want nobody in your business, stop with the posts, stop with the pictures, stop with all this bullshit. Keep your shit to yourself.
They're attention whores.
Right. He wanted us to know he was a coke. He wanted us to know that.
Girl, no, you didn't just call that man a coke. I'm screaming. He is a cook, though. He is.
Yes.
That's the definition of a goddamn cook. Okay? Damn, that shit made me go ahead and lose what I was fixing to say. He is a cook if you think about it. They are just like the people that make posts about what they did that day, what restaurant they're eating at. They're jogging. Here's a picture of my food. Look at my new outfit. And then if you go up under their comments and say, what you doing today? They'll call you nosy. You can't make this shit up.
And then they all on Red Table Talk talking about we ride together, we die together, bad marriage for life. Like that's some cute shit. See, that's why I said that Blackistan shit, I can't get with it. Because if this is what they call black love, I think I'm going to have to just bow out gracefully. This is where I sit down. Because black love, bad marriage for life, that was the shit that they was promoting, but you're going to tell people not to speak on their marriage. I think that's very unrealistic. You put your business out there. So it is what it is, and you get what you get. And I think that that's partially why Will was so pissed off. And that comment was just a culmination of everything, because he's been getting talked about, and she's been getting talked about. But y'all been embarrassing each other. This is the shit y'all brought on y'all selves. Nobody told Jada to go and fuck with that little boy. Period. Well, he was grown, but her old ass should have known better because she was way older than him. You know, but this is the life that y'all chose, and y'all made that shit public. And Jada was not hiding the fact that he was her boy toy when they was constantly on the red carpet together. This is the shit that I'm talking about. So they put that out there You didn't care about nothing that you did. None of you did. So when people start talking about it, don't get in your feelings. You keep your shit to yourself and nobody won't have anything to say about it.
I think that Will is experiencing a midlife crisis. He got it written all over him. There's videos of him up here skydiving, purchasing new shit, dieting, exercising, all this shit, and he's filming it. It's on his YouTube channel if you interested. But I think he right now is the poster boy for midlife crisis, number one, and number two, being that he hasn't fallen off, but he's not as popular as he was in the earlier part of the 2000s. So I think he's acting out. Okay, and let's keep this real. The Oscars haven't had this many ratings or playbacks in years. Nobody was trying to get to that shit at all. You know, so like I said, it's attention whoring.
Somebody in the comments said, "Cook if you book."
I can't do it. Oh my God. Somebody, let me see what she say. She says, divesting is investing in your personal goals and expectations. Race is only one aspect of the narrative. A+ live celebrities are often ill-advised by their management. As far as them being ill-advised by their management, yeah, it is what it is. He's 50 at this point. If I'm not mistaken, he's 52? If I'm not mistaken. He shouldn't need his management team to teach him not to be a jackass at a A-list event. That's number one. And I agree with your divesting is investing in your personal self. Yes, it is. But you have to bring race into it, because what are you divesting from? The Black community. What are you divesting to? Greener pastures, whatever those greener pastures are. It could be, being alone. It can be to a non-toxic, non-Black person. Or, it means a myriad of things, but you can't leave race out of it. You can't.
I want to say I agree with that comment, but this race is only an aspect of it. The fact of the matter is, just if you look at statistics of the community, removing yourself makes your life better in so many ways. So you can't remove race from it. As far as Will Smith and his management, both of them have been celebrities for a long time. A long time. They know how to act. They also know how to act in those types of spaces. Jada sat there 1 year and boycotted the Oscars. I forget, like a couple years ago. You boycott the Oscars, and then when you get invited to have a seat at the table, you flip the damn table. Like, what are you doing?
Did anybody expect anything different? Now, I got to admit, I was surprised that Will did something like that, because he carries himself like he's better than the average bear. But what y'all saw, pretty much, in my opinion, was the actual Will when he walked up on that stage. That was Will. The other shit is acting. He's an excellent actor, but at the end of the day, he's still
a primate.
He's dusty as all fuck. And he showed that. Whenever somebody's in a pressure situation, you're going to see the real them come out. You know how when people start talking shit when they mad at you, they felt like that the whole time. You didn't just get ugly right then. You didn't get annoying right then. They've been thinking you annoying. They just didn't say it to you because they was getting along with you. He was in a pressured moment, and he fucked around here and showed y'all who Will actually is. I don't know who else he hitting in the background. Hopefully not her. I'll just put it like that, because that's not something that was the first time he did that. I refuse to believe that's the first time he swung on somebody, out of anger. It's on you guys, G.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I just feel like it was in such bad taste. And I was, I sat back, I needed to take a mental health break from it. Just sitting back and watching what everyone was saying. These same people can give you dates, times, and daggone geolocations of all the cheating and stuff that went on with these people marriage. Can't find their baby daddies, they EBT card missing, and then they sit up here and don't even understand like the nuance of a relationship. Like you get drunk off of some Casamigos and end up sleeping with somebody for 6 months and call it a relationship because you get pregnant, but you sitting up here talking about people that really don't even know you exist. Like it's a lot of people with opinions about a lifestyle they'll never be a part of, and whether their relationship is open or not. I just feel like I can't wait for it to blow over, because if you can tell me all this about their relationship, but you can't tell me how many Black women have died since this thing happened, I don't want to hear it.
Let me stop you now because I don't have any children and I work a full-time job every fucking day. So there is no EBT card here. So I
I
don't
was
know
talking
who
about
you're
you.
taking.
She wasn't talking about you, Aaliyah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to
Crook and
She wasn't talking about you. Listen, Aaliyah don't play that goddamn shit, but yeah, she wasn't talking about you.
Because I was the one who was talking about their marriage and they put their business out there. So, which they did. So that's the thing. You can't have that both ways, is what I was trying to say.
I understand that. What my point is when it comes to mammies, these are people talking about other people's relationships when they are not living a life where they will ever have that to have an opinion about. Like if you say, well, I want my man to defend you, well, you ain't never had no man. You got the community penis.
Girl, mammies always running their mouth on some shit that they haven't experienced. How should somebody get engaged to you? How much money you need for such and such and so on. So it's like, girl, y'all always talking about you in poverty. Don't tell nobody how to spend money. Okay. Don't tell nobody how to invest their shit. Don't tell nobody about no exercise, because the way y'all feed these kids and y'all self with the limited resources, it ends up in a little bit of unhealthy lifestyle. That's what I'll put out there. But leave it up to them. They can tell you how to lose weight, how to get a man, how to stay married, and all this shit, and they have never
done anything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's crazy. All of these high profile, quote unquote, men are going on record saying, violence is never the answer. It's amazing that the most violent males walking this planet are all of a sudden anti-violence. Like you kill your women every 5 hours, but you're saying Will shouldn't have resorted to violence. Like that's the only thing y'all know.
What they were mad at is him protecting his wife or defending his wife. That's what they were mad at. They've been calling him simps all goddamn week. Okay. Ever since this happened, he's been a simp. He's been this, been that, and the other thing. But remember when we brought up the issue of protection with these motherfuckers, and Black women were saying, we're not protected, we're not protected, we're not protected. And they were saying, we don't need to protect you. You're not our women. You protect your damn self. The only person I'm protecting is my mama type shit, right? When they starting to kill their mothers more, but that's neither here nor there. They answered that question way before this Will Smith shit happened. They don't want to protect you. And it upset a collective of Black men, a certain sector of Black men, I should say, when they saw a Black woman being protected. That's crazy. They did not like that shit. That shit rubbed their ass the wrong way. And, the ones that so-called identifying with Will, right? I remember when they thought he was the wackest person on earth. So now that he got up and did the dum-dum, he's cool now. I remember when y'all used to call him a corny rapper, a lame, and he misrepresenting Philadelphia and all this extra shit. But now that this happening, you Will Smith, the ones that are talking about identifying with Jada and identifying with Will, y'all not them, okay? You're not them. You use people when it suits your narrative. You did not like that motherfucking man. There's still an article online, the 15 most corniest rap lyrics by Will Smith. And guess what? White folks didn't put that out. Y'all put it out. Y'all did. Y'all have a problem with him even being married to a Black woman. And listen, they don't like that shit. They are embarrassed. Some of those people are embarrassed calling him a simp. Now you can't even protect your own wife in the Black community. And it's sick. It's fucking sick.
Well, if Black women can understand, this is only a problem within Blackistan, within the Black community, among Black circles. There is never a question on if a woman needs to be protected in other communities. There's never a question, no matter your race.
Yep. They be protecting Karens that mouth the fuck off. She started the shit and it was going crazy. But what you're not gonna do is walk up on her. They don't give a fuck if they're overweight, if she's obnoxious, none of that shit. You're not going to do anything to her. Why? Because she's part of their group, no matter how obnoxious she is.
Right.
So, but any goddamn way, let's go ahead and get our last commercial break in, and then we're gonna move the fuck on.
Right now, your body's thirsty for more than water. You want your one and only body like you never had before. It's Gatorade, it's thirsty. So go and give your thirsty body what it's feeling thirsty for. It's Gatorade, it's thirsty. For that deep down body thirst. Gatorade Thirst Quencher quenches the thirst in your throat while it helps put back the potassium, fluids, and minerals your whole body's thirsty for. It's Gatorade, it's thirsty. For that deep down body thirst.
Black women, you're going to have to stop the thirst. It's going to shut your kidneys down. It's going to fuck your liver up. I'm more disappointed at the myriad of reactions. I didn't expect some of these reactions. I didn't watch everybody's shit, but I clicked on videos randomly, and to hear women saying shit, just, saying not all of a sudden because Will did what he did, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. You are well aware that the collective of black males don't like black women. You know that shit. So you're going to jump into a relationship with a random Dusty because Will slapped Chris Rock? That makes no fucking sense. That makes no sense at all. Especially you that keep saying that this is some sort of conspiracy and all this extra shit. Knock it off. It's embarrassing how thirsty you guys are. What y'all proved this time was the fact that y'all just want black men to act better. And it's sad that acting better to you is getting up on a classy stage, or what's supposed to be classy, because some of you say the Oscars ain't been classy for a long time, saying that that's going to somehow redeem them. You're so desperate for a redeeming factor with these black males that it is just, it's affecting your brain. They're not going to get any better. You're not ever going to date Will Smith, okay? Half the people don't even think he likes women for real, for real. Mm-hmm. These celebs are not a reflection of the people down at the Quick Trip, down at the 7-Eleven. This is not it. The men you have access to are going to bite your eyeball out if you fuck with the wrong one, okay? I just don't know where to go from here because y'all don't know. Seeing all the different reactions, it kind of just it took me somewhere. It took me somewhere. I don't think that a lot of us are going to make it at all. I knew it was going to be a small amount, but now I think it's going to be a minuscule amount of women that actually get it. We're being used as a rest stop until they find their unicorn. Hopefully, if you're doing that nefarious shit, that you'll go ahead and see what we're saying is absolutely true, and you don't make it a pit stop. You make it your final destination to divest and do what's best for you. I honestly don't care about what your opinion is on whether he should have slapped them or not. My thing is y'all started pretending like black males were somehow Martin Luther King after that. They don't have to do much at all. They're not building any schools. They're not giving you resources. They're not protecting you, that part. They're not problem solving. They're begging and turning you into baby mamas. And when they can get a white man alone, they're telling him how awful you are. They're not trying to get anything for you. I hope you know this, okay? Black men do not like you. There's nothing going to be able to change that shit. Not Will slapping nobody, not LeBron opening up a school, not one of the actors making a grocery store or a little chop shop place. They're not going to do anything for you. Divest from this community because at this point it means your life. Quit looking for reasons to stay in the community because there are not many, unless you're addicted to toxic behavior. That's a great reason to stay in the black community. But y'all gonna do what y'all do. I'm gonna talk shit like I always do. Love y'all to death and see y'all next time. Damn it.
Good night, DZ. Good night.
Good night.